Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world watching this. My name's Ollie Hudson. This is Sheharyar. I call him Adam Malik. Hi, Adam. Nice to have you on this morning.
Hey Ollie, yep. Either works. Sheharyar, Adam, whatever.
Good. And both of our emails are below, so please do reach out should anything in this video interest you at all moving forward. But look, don't want to hold back too far. We are talking about global payroll today, and essentially the hidden complexities of paying people globally as a whole. Now, it sounds really simple, really. You hire someone in Spain, you pay them, it's complete, that's done. It's transactional order, right? But behind the scenes, it's a complete mess of compliance, taxes, currencies, local labor laws. How do we kind of get past those kind of things, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more complex than you'd initially imagine. PwC actually has a global payroll complexity index, and it ranks countries by how hard it is to manage compliance there. For example, France is one of the hardest countries to manage compliance in because there's so many unions you need to know about. There's so many things always changing in the background. Switzerland, for example, you need to have payroll documentation in 3 different languages. So German, French, Italian, because they're official languages of the country. So just navigating that can get really complex, depending on which country. And as you can imagine, we operate in over 150 of them. So yeah, if you try managing that on your own, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, and it's not really optional, is it? Compliance, it's entirely a growth enabler for a company. So at Multiplier, we kind of tend to think about it as compliance isn't a cost center, but a growth unlock. If you can pay people properly in 150 plus countries in over 120 different currencies, then you can literally hire the best talent anywhere, right?
Exactly. I mean, if you're compliant in the countries you operate in, then yeah, you can have access to the best talent anywhere. So, say you're a London startup or you're, in the US, and you want access to the best talent working around the clock, you can get the best engineers in Thailand, Portugal, across Europe, APAC, the Americas, wherever talent is available, you can have access to it if you're compliant. So it just unlocks so much more potential for businesses to grow, being able to manage that.
Yeah, and Multiplier's model essentially enables that business agility, right? And it's not just solving the back office problem. I mean, even down to things like exchange rates, payment timing impact for releasing time for the admin staff, the finance staff, making sure everything's done on time. We got a pretty good percentage rate in global payroll, right?
Yeah, so we're actually 99.95% in our global payroll, and I'm sure you can imagine why that's so important. Uh, I mean, if your payroll is off even by a little bit, it's gonna really affect your relationship with your employees as an employer. I mean, we're employees. If we miss, if we get our payments late, it's gonna affect morale. It affects your relationship going forward. So staying on top of these things is really important, and to be able to do that in so many countries, that's only going to get more and more complex. And when it comes to things like just having those FX rates and um, you know fluctuations and things, it
Yeah,
does become a problem. So yeah,
yeah.
being able to stay on top of that really makes things a lot smoother.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, bringing it back to where we come into play with this, having local teams, understanding the legislations, the updated rules that come in literally monthly in some places, allowing us to have something entirely stable. Allowing us to manage the FX fluctuations in a much more stable way. Now, I want to kind of bring that on slightly over to the HRIS aspect of the global payroll, right? And it's super strategic for the HR team as well, not just finance, not just admin, not just your C-suite CFOs and group CFOs, but if payroll is smooth, invisible, and localized, and HR can really focus on culture and retention and development, not spreadsheets and pay slips. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, look, 2024 report showed over 45% of tech companies now have no physical headquarters.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, ever since COVID, things have really changed. I mean, look at our company, for example. We have a team, just our team alone is, spread across all of EMEA. And we work with colleagues every day that spread all over the world. So, yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, no, completely understand. Look, I don't want to take too much of your time today, Adam. I know that we're going to be doing many more of these moving into the future and covering much more complex situations. So, look, guys, anyone watching this, any questions about any of these things, if you wanted to reach out to me or Adam, both of our emails are below, and we'd welcome any questions. But look, please enjoy the rest of your day, and fantastic. Appreciate you really watching the video. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.